Aloha, I am Pamela Kailikini Dow, also known as Aunty Pam. I am here today at Namea Hawaii Native Books along with my ladies from Niihau. We are authenticating and doing repairing, restringing. We are redesigning Niihau Chalet, and we'd love for you to join us here today. The hook and eyes that have the little lumps in them, you know, which is almost like a more of like a safety. Well, if we want to get that personal, I was raised on the island of Kauai. I was born in 1952, so that makes me 58 years old. The ladies from Niihau are related. Yes, they are. The three that are with us today are all cousins. There's basically 3 different families of shells that are most popularly used. Well, in my opinion, Niihau Chalet are so prized today because it is one of the few things that have survived through the centuries, as far as the ladies from Niihau working with their shells, whether from gathering them from the shoreline to stringing them. It's an art form that's survived for centuries. There are approximately 12 momi shells strung per inch if you're stringing it in a pikaki style. There would be less shells, probably 6 or 7 per inch if it was strung polole style, which is one shell sitting on top of the other. That is specifically referring to the momi or the laiki shell. If we're talking about the momi or the laiki shells, it would take, you could collect perhaps enough shells to string that lei in an hour if you were just randomly gathering the shells off of the shoreline. A good shell gatherer would gather that much. Most Niihauans would tend to agree they prefer collecting their shells earlier in the day and during the morning hours because, for obvious reasons, the sun is relentless, against bright white sand. Shell gathering today is something that the entire family is involved in. Men, women, children that at an very early age learn to participate and help in shell gathering. There are lei makers that excel in certain designs. I love to show this lei maker's work. There's approximately 105 shells per inch in a lei like this. These are kahelilani shells tied in a poi poi paha style, which is working with 4 strands of shells. And yes, certain lei makers excel in certain designs. All of the Niihau shells are pierced with a needle, a sharpened needle. Even the best lei maker will break a few shells in the way she holds the shell in her hand, to whether the shell when it was gathered was already compromised. Right to my right here is Kanani Sherlyn Beni Amina. She is my senior lei maker, travels with me everywhere. Kanani, look up and smile. Next to Kanani we have Avapuhi, otherwise Gladys Kahale. Gladys. And next to Gladys is Eva. Eva also travels with us to Oahu. Eva Hanahele. Thank you very much for coming to visit us. We are very, very happy that we are on Oahu, part of Namea Hawaii Native Books at Ward Warehouse. And you can also find us on Kauai, in Kekaha, your forever Kauai. Thank you and aloha. Until we meet again.